the clash of thunder, the whispers of ancient runes, and the shadow of giants. Welcome to a world where gods walk among mortals, and destiny is written in blood and starlight. Today, we uncover the legends of the most powerful beings in Norse mythology. For centuries, the Vikings looked to the skies and saw more than stars. They saw the realms of gods, fierce and flawed, shaping the fate of all existence. These deities weren't just worshipped. They were feared, loved, and woven into every thread of Viking life. From Odin's endless quest for wisdom to Loki's world-shattering schemes, prepare to meet the top 10 Norse gods and goddesses who ruled the 9 realms. Before we begin, let's set the stage. Imagine a universe of 9 realms, from Asgard, the golden home of the gods, to Midgard, our mortal world, and Helheim, the icy land of the dead. This cosmos is held together by Yggdrasil, the world tree, but it's all doomed to burn. The Vikings believed in Ragnarok, a final battle where gods and monsters would perish, only for life to begin anew. At the heart of it all, 2 divine clans, the warlike Aesir and the nature-worshipping Vanir. Now, let's meet their champions. Hel, the half-corpse, half-living ruler of Helheim, is the daughter of Loki and the giantess Angerboda. Her chilling appearance mirrors her realm, one side of her body rotted and blue, the other pale and human. Cast into the underworld by Odin, she transformed it into a reflection of her fractured soul. Hel presides over those who die of sickness or old age, a fate more feared by Vikings than death in battle. Her hall, Eljudnir, embodies hunger, disease, and despair. Yet Hel is more than a villain. She is justice in its coldest form, a reminder that even gods cannot escape destiny. At Ragnarok, she will unleash an army of the dead aboard Naglfar, a ship made of human nails, proving that death is as inevitable as Hel herself. Njord, the Vanir god of the sea, winds, and wealth, served as a peace offering between the warring Aesir and Vanir clans, becoming a bridge between worlds. Sailors prayed to him for calm waters, and fishermen owed their catches to his mercy. Yet Njord's heart held a paradox. Though lord of the ocean, he longed for the mountains. This conflict doomed his marriage to Skadi, a frost giantess who craved snowy peaks, while Njord yearned for the sea's song. Their compromise, living 9 days in her mountains and 9 in his shores, ended in sorrow. Njord's legacy endures through his children, Freyja and Freyr, and in Scandinavia's fjords. A god of abundance and sacrifice, Njord teaches that even immortals cannot have it all. Tyr, the one-handed god of courage, law, and justice, was a figure of great reverence among the Vikings. Before battle, warriors carved his rune, Tiwaz, into their swords to seek his favor. Tyr's most legendary act was one of sacrifice. When the gods needed to bind the monstrous wolf Fenrir, only Tyr had the courage to place his hand in the beast's jaws as collateral. Fenrir's howls of betrayal shook the 9 realms as the chains tightened, severing Tyr's hand. Yet Tyr smiled, knowing he'd saved the gods for a time. At Ragnarok, Tyr will face Garm, Hel's hound, in a duel of mutual destruction. A god who traded flesh for honor, Tyr exemplifies the Viking ideal: glory earned through sacrifice, not just victory. Heimdall, the golden-toothed guardian of Asgard, is born from 9 mothers, the waves of the sea. Needing no sleep, he can see 1,000 miles in pitch darkness and hear grass growing in Midgard. His horn, Gjallarhorn, will announce Ragnarok, its sound cracking the sky. As the eternal sentinel, Heimdall stands at Bifrost, the Rainbow Bridge, sword in hand, ready to defend Asgard from any threat. His fate is intertwined with Loki's, his sworn enemy, with whom he is destined to battle to the death at the world's end. In a lesser-known tale, Heimdall disguised himself as a mortal to recover Freyja's stolen necklace, engaging Loki in a battle of wits and strength in seal form. A god of light and loyalty, Heimdall faces his doom with unwavering vigilance. Baldur, the god of light, joy, and tragedy, is so beloved that all creation swore an oath not to harm him, except for mistletoe, which his mother Frigg overlooked. Loki, ever the cunning trickster, crafted a dart from the plant and guided Baldur's blind brother Hoder to unknowingly kill him. Baldur's death cast the 9 realms into despair and winter, his funeral pyre becoming a symbol of shattered innocence. The gods' attempts to resurrect him were thwarted when Loki, disguised as a giantess, refused to release him from Hel's realm. Yet Baldur's return is foretold after Ragnarok, where he will rule over a reborn world. His story, a blend of hope and heartbreak, reminds us of the fragility of even the most cherished beings. Frigg, queen of Asgard and Odin's wife, is the goddess of motherhood, marriage, and foresight. She spins clouds into being and knows the fate of all, yet speaks nothing of what she sees. Her silence is her power. When Baldur dreamed of his death, Frigg sought to protect him by extracting oaths from all things: fire, water, metal, and stone, but overlooked the mistletoe that sealed his fate. After Baldur's death, her grief overwhelmed the world, drowning Midgard in storms of tears. Unlike Odin, who seeks knowledge to alter destiny, Frigg accepts it with quiet strength. As the silent force behind the throne, she bears the weight of futures she cannot change, and continues to weave the threads of life. Freyja, the Vanir goddess of love, war, and magic, is as fierce as she is enchanting. She rides a chariot pulled by cats, weeps golden tears for her missing husband Odur, and teaches Odin the art of Seidr, a shamanic magic even he fears. Freyja claims half the warriors slain in battle, taking them to her meadow, Folkvanger, while Odin receives the rest. Her Brisingamen necklace, won after spending 4 nights with the dwarves who forged it, became a scandal used by Loki to shame her. Yet Freyja owned her choices, proving that love and war are 2 sides of the same blade. The trickster god Loki is chaos incarnate. A shapeshifter, blood brother to Odin, and father of monsters like Hel, Fenrir, and the world serpent Jormungandr, he walks a razor's edge between comedy and cruelty. He engineered Thor's hammer's return, but also doomed the gods by orchestrating Baldur's death. From cutting off Sif's golden hair and replacing it with magic locks, to tying his testicles to a goat to amuse Skadi, Loki's pranks are infamous. His final betrayal saw him chained in a cave with venom dripping on his face. Yet, at Ragnarok, he will break free and lead the dead against the gods. A tragic anti-hero, Loki defies all labels as the fire that both warms and burns. Thor, the thunder god and humanity's protector, wields his hammer Mjolnir, iron gloves, and a belt of strength to defend the realms. He battles frost giants, fishes up the Midgard serpent Jormungandr, and even dresses as Freyja to reclaim his stolen hammer. Thor is the god of farmers, blessing their fields with rain, and of warriors, protecting Midgard from chaos. His temper is a storm, but his loyalty is unshakable. At Ragnarok, Thor will kill Jormungandr but succumb to its venom, walking 9 steps before falling. He is the ultimate giant slayer, fighting for others until his last breath. Odin, the Allfather, is the king of the Aesir and a god of wisdom, war, and poetry. He traded an eye to drink from Mimir's well, hanged himself on Yggdrasil for 9 days to master the runes, and stole the mead of poetry to inspire mortals. His ravens, Hugin and Munin, spy on the 9 realms, while his wolves devour his feasts as Odin consumes only wine and knowledge. He gathers fallen heroes in Valhalla to forge an army for Ragnarok. A ruler who wanders as a beggar, a father who sacrifices his son for prophecy, Odin is a god of contradictions. He knows the end is coming and fights anyway, embodying the storm, the whisper, and the shadow. Before we go, let's honor those who narrowly missed the list. Sif, the golden-haired goddess of harvest. Idun, the guardian of youth-giving apples. Skadi, the winter huntress seeking vengeance. And Fenrir, the wolf fated to slay Odin. Legends, every one of them. These gods never truly vanished. Whether you've seen Thor and Loki on the big screen, fought beside Kratos in God of War, or built kingdoms in Valhalla, their presence endures. Today, their names live on in tattoos, rock anthems, and even in modern worship. The Vikings' gods have become our myths, their tales immortal. So, which deity captured your imagination? The wise Odin, the tragic Baldur, or the chaotic Loki? Share your thoughts below. And if you hunger for more myths, hit like, subscribe, and ring the bell to never miss a tale. Until next time, when we explore the darkest Norse legends,